Welcome to Book Talk Tuesday. I have some books that I want to share with you today that are just some books that I've read recently. The last couple weeks we've talked about books on our Texas nominated award lists, which are fantastic, y'all. Seriously, fantastic. I could talk about those all day. But I thought I would talk about some that I have read recently or read, and then we didn't have them in the library at my school, but recently they've come in. I got some new boxes this week at school, and I brought them home, and oh my gosh, they're amazing. So I talked about this one a little bit, but when I was talking about the Bluebonnet Awards, Rocket to the Moon, but I actually read it. I finished it last night. I am not a big nonfiction reader. I don't read a lot of nonfiction, but this is nonfiction in a graphic novel format, and I loved it. I thought it was fantastic. I learned so much reading this book. So if you are not big on nonfiction, but you do like graphic novels, that may be a way for you to kind of transition in, because I know in school you have to read them. But I love reading them as graphic novels. I just finished this one recently, Beverly, right here. I've been wanting to read this for a long time, but it's always checked out of the library. I love Kate DiCamillo. If you've been watching for a while, you know I just absolutely adore her, and I read everything that she writes. So the first book, there's 3 of the books in this series. The first book is Raymie Nightingale, and when I read that book, I just wanted Raymie to just move into my house so I could just take care of her and just show her love, and that she was, important and amazing. I loved Raymie, but in Raymie, Beverly and another girl, Louisiana, were in that story as well. They were all in the twirling contest. And Louisiana's Way Home came out before this one. This one just came out within the past year or so. But Beverly has a mom that doesn't really pay attention to her, doesn't even really care what she does. She's pretty much drunk a lot of the time. And so Beverly just decides to leave with a cousin one day. He said, I'm leaving to go, far away. And she's like, I'm coming with you. And so she just ran away. And she had to figure things out on her own. But wow, what an amazing spirit she has. She has a very strong will. I loved it. I couldn't put it down. The Benefits of Being an Octopus. I read this one a while back, but we didn't have it until recently in the library. So in this book, Zoe lives with her mom and her 2 very much younger siblings, and they have been homeless. They've been homeless a lot of their life, and so mom has this new boyfriend, Lenny, and Lenny says that they can move in with him, but Lenny has all these rules. You can't spend money, you can't buy this kind of food, he has a lot of rules. But Lenny is also not a nice person. He's not nice to the kids when mom's not paying attention, and he's not nice to mom when he thinks the kids aren't paying attention. Zoe has to take care of her siblings after school because her mom has to work. And she has a friend named Fuchsia, and they're kind of both of them have very little money, and they really try to just blend into the background. Zoe compares herself to an octopus a lot. She knows a lot about octopi, and she just thinks it would be so much easier if she was an octopus. She could just camouflage herself. She has an awesome defense system, but Zoe has to step up at some point and say things are not right, they need to change, and she needs to be the person to do that, because her mom is just not gonna do it. She's just not gonna. I thought it was great. If you love Fish in a Tree, Goldfish Boy, Wonder, then you would like The Benefits of Being an Octopus. Amal Unbound, you guys, this book was amazing. So it's about a girl, Amal. She lives in a village in Pakistan, and her family, the farm that they tend, is owned by the landlord, and so they're working to pay off this land. Well, she is also another very strong-willed girl. She wants to grow up to be a teacher, and she's the oldest in her family. And when the son of the landlord is driving around, I can't even remember what he did, but he was really rude and not very nice to her. I think he almost hit her with a car, or he either did or almost did. And she was pretty snarky back. She was not respectful back to him, knowing who he was. I can't even, maybe she didn't know who he was. It's been a while since I read it. But he got mad, and because of the way she treated him, he made her become a servant in their home until all of their land was paid for. So that she couldn't go to school, and that like was ruining her life because she wanted to be a teacher. But the matriarch of the house took her under her wing, and Amal became this lady's favorite, which was a problem with the other servants. But while she's there, Amal sees how corrupt this government is and this family, and that they will do anything to survive and to be wealthy and infamous, and she's her eyes are open to lots of things. Another story where somebody's going to have to step up and say something and do something, but you have to do things in the right way, because Amal could really mess up and ruin her family's future forever. It was fantastic. You know what? I talk a lot about books I love, and I pretty much everything I say I loved it. I'm not going to talk to you about books I didn't like. So that's pretty much why I mean, if I don't love it, I'm not going to talk to you about it. Okay, so these are some new ones you may not know are out. So the Real McCoys, the third one is out. This is the third one. Wonder Undercover. I love these. I think they're funny. The author and illustrator are married. I talked about the first one a while back, I think. And the way that their illustrations and the words complement each other are just fantastic. So I'm so excited the third one's out. You need to go pick it up. The third, Frazzled, is out. Frazzled is a story about a girl who just is... middle school is a tragedy to her. Even before she even gets there, it's a tragedy, and she knows it's going to be awful. So this is the third in the series, and it's graphic. It's not really a graphic novel. It's kind of like the Real McCoys, in that it's an illustrated novel. So throughout the book, there are illustrations, but it's not written as a graphic novel with all the different storyboard-looking pictures. You guys, did you know there's a new Wayside School book out? So your parents read Wayside School when they were in school, probably, if they were readers. It just came out. I don't even know when the last one came out. I mean, they've been out for a long time. So this is Wayside School Beneath the Cloud of Doom. You guys need to pick them up. They are super fun books to read. If you haven't read the other ones, you need to go back and read them. And your parents probably can tell you that they read them too. So I hope you guys have a great day. Go read lots of books.